Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Uche. I live in Australia with my family, and in my channel I share tips on how you can migrate to Australia through any of the Australian skilled immigration pathway, and I also share how you can live and thrive in Australia. So today's video I'll be sharing with you guys easiest way you can migrate to Australia in 2023. So if this is the kind of content you're looking for, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, click on the notification bell, so anytime I post any video, you'll be the first to be notified. So without wasting much of your time, let us go ahead with the video. There has been a shortage of skills in Australia, which happened that there are a lot of jobs in demand right now, and they are looking for international skilled workers that can come in to fill up these shortage skills. So to this, I am going to be sharing this specific visa, which is Visa Subclass 190, that allows you to become a permanent resident in Australia. You'll be wondering, how can I achieve this in 2023? What am I supposed to do to get this 190 subclass visa? Not to worry, because I will be explaining everything here for you. So the first thing you need to know about this visa is that this visa is a permanent residency visa. As long as you applied for this visa and this visa is approved, you and your family member, whether you're married or single, will automatically become a permanent resident. And this visa also allows you to live, work and study in Australia as a permanent resident. So if you want to go back to school, you're not going to pay as an international student. Rather, you will pay as a domestic student, and you will also have some government rebate. If you have a child or you're pregnant, your child would have access to childcare benefits, and if you're pregnant, when you give birth in Australia, your child become a citizen with this visa. So another thing that you would get with this visa is that you are eligible to sponsor any of your relative, family member to become an Australian permanent resident as well. And the good part of it as well is, once you're living in Australia for 4 years as a permanent resident, you can apply for your citizenship after 4 years. So what is 190 visa sponsorship? It is a state sponsorship visa that allows you to live, work and study in the state that sponsored you. All you need to do for them is for you to fulfill the obligation of living in that state for 2 years before you can move out of that state. And if you're running short of your points, let's say that you have 60 points and you need 65 points to apply for this visa, the state that will sponsor you would also give you additional 5 points for you to get that 65 point that you need. Remember that Australian skilled immigration pathway requires you to have 65 points in your point test before you can apply for any visa at all. So the state that is going to nominate you would give you that additional 5 points, so you will meet up with the eligibility. Isn't this a good thing? This visa 190 is a top notch right now, and the good part of it is that a lot of states are open for this visa sponsorship. A lot of states are open to nominate people in or outside Australia. So the first thing you need to do is, first of all, check if you're eligible to apply for this visa by checking the Home Affairs to see if you met the points, which I have also mentioned, 65 points. You would also need to check the state open for your occupation. I find your occupation in the occupation list and you met the 65 points as well. Go ahead and do your assessment. What do you need for your assessment? You need your transcript from your university or your diploma, certificate, depending on the occupation you're going for. You need to show them your experience by getting your offer letter, pay slip, tax and others. And some occupations might ask you to have an English test. Some would not ask you, depending on the occupation you're going for. Make sure you check it out. Remember in my other video that I mentioned that for you to get a positive assessment, your occupation and what you studied in school has to be closely related. It means that you cannot be an accountant and you're going to assess as a teacher. You will get a negative assessment. So make sure that your occupation is closely related to what you studied in your university or the skills that you have. So once you have done your assessment and you get a positive assessment, make sure you do your English test. You can write PTE, you can write IELTS, and some other English test that is allowed in Australia. Please check out the Home Affairs website for all these that I have mentioned here, and I'm also going to be leaving the Home Affairs website in my description box so you can check it out. This website is the only Australian website where you can find everything that has to do with visa, immigration, and all that. Please check it out and also do your research. So once your assessment is ready and your English test, next thing you're going to do is to submit your expression of interest through Skills Select. It's another website in the Home Affairs where you can express your interest to the specific state that you want them to nominate you. Once you have done that, you have to wait for them to invite you to apply for visa. We call it invitation to apply. So a state would have seen your application. What they will now do is to invite you to apply for visa. Once you get that invitation to apply, you are given 60 days to apply for your visa. Next thing you need to do is to gather your documents. You know those documents you use in getting assessment, you use in submitting your expression of interest. You need to gather all those documents, your medicals, your international passport, your polio vaccine, your yellow fever vaccine, and others. So once you have gathered all these documents, apply for your visa, because you will be given 60 days to apply for this visa. So within that 60 days, you should have paid the fee, which is 4,240 Australian dollars. So this cost that I've given here is just for a single applicant. That's the main applicant. So if you're coming with your family, you have to calculate how much it's going to be for you. So once you have applied for your visa within the 60 days, all you need to do is wait patiently, pray, look for a skill to do, whether braiding, barbing, makeup, or any other thing, and trust God for a positive outcome. Next is for you to be preparing your bag to come to Australia. Processing time for this subclass 190 visa is from 6 months, which is 25% of people that apply for this visa would get their visa approved in 6 months. Don't forget that if your occupation is in the priority list, your visa can also be approved within 3 days. So if you're in healthcare, you're a teacher, you're in hospitality, there is every possibility that you might even get your visa faster than some. So I have mentioned everything you need to know about this visa, the benefits, the cost, and the process to get this visa. It is now left for you to use Google, search to see if your occupation is there, start gathering your documents for assessment, and start planning to write your English test. I hope this video will help someone that wants to migrate to Australia in 2023 to do the needful, because right now, like I said, a lot of states are open for this 190 and they have been giving it out back to back. So this is an opportunity, like I said, for you to apply for this visa if your occupation is in the occupation list and you can meet the 65 point. This is a great opportunity for you. So if you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell, so anytime I post any video, you'll be the first to be notified. Also, please give this video a thumbs up. It helps YouTube to push it to a wider audience that might need this information. Share to your friends and family. Like I always say, you never know who you're helping with this information. Thank you for always watching my video, and I will see you guys in my next video.